you are listening to
the WrestleGeddon podcast.
the WrestleGeddon podcast.
What's up, wrestling fans? It's another Friday night, and you know what that means. It's time for the WrestleGeddon podcast. I, of course, am one of your hosts, Chris the Heat Matthews, and he's the Tennessee Jesus, Carl Crossland. And we are ready to rock and roll, much like Dean Cain yelling, "Choke me, devil, daddy, choke me," as he joins ICE. But we'll talk about that. Yeah. So, awesome stuff. Carl, what's going on, man?
Nothing, man. That's been like one of those crazy weeks at work. So
It's
ready
just
to
been
talk about
crazy-
some wrestling.
It's been a crazy week in general, not just like even outside of work. Just everything's been like nuts. You got like a rogue Superman, and Jesus, it's insane, crazy shit.
Yeah.
But we're gonna talk some wrestling, because that's what we're here for. Take your minds off of everything else that's going on in the world. I forgot to write down my song from our album this week.
Which reminds me, I need to look up the band for next week.
Excuse me. All right, so let's go ahead and get into that while Carl's writing stuff down or looking stuff up.
Gonna have myself.
So random. For fuck's sake.
For fuck's sake. Sitting here adjusting levels and everything, and all last minute stuff I should have did before. But this week's album was Goat's Head Soup by the Rolling Stones. Going back some time here.
Yeah.
1973 when this came out.
I never heard the album. I've heard a couple of songs off of it, but I never heard the album. So it was actually pretty good.
It was a great album. I can honestly say this is the first Rolling Stones album that I have listened to 100%. Like, it's mostly like the stuff that gets played on like the rock stations, things like that. That's pretty much the extent of my Rolling Stones music knowledge.
Yeah.
But this is a great album.
Yeah, that was me too. I think like the only Rolling Stones I've ever listened to, like cover to cover, was just like my dad had that 40 Licks album, like double album, where it's like 40 number one hits or whatever.
Okay.
But like I never listened to like an original album from them. But it was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Same here. All right. Well, you want to go first again this week? Or?
I can go. I can go first. It don't matter.
Okay.
I'm kind of debating between two songs, but I decided to go with 100 Years Ago.
Nice.
I know it's kind of slower, but I felt like it had more of like a old school like wrestling build, like back when they used to come out to anything instead of trying to be all popish.
Yep.
So that's why I decided to do that.
Awesome. I went with Dancing with Mr. D, the opening track on the album.
Yeah. Yeah, that was another one. My other one was Do 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 Do, or I guess however you would say it.
Yeah,
I like that one. And I started to go with that one, but the 100 Years Ago, kind of like after I listened to the album twice, so once I re-listened to it, I decided to go with 100 Years Ago. I was like, you know what? That will be nice.
Coming Down Again was pretty good. Silver Train. I almost went with Silver Train, but I liked Dance with Mr. T more as a something that had been an entrance theme.
Yeah. Speaking of which, since we're on albums, if it randomly generates a greatest hits album, would you want to do that or no?
No, because it's like I don't really consider like greatest hits like an album.
Okay.
It's all stuff that's been like released on previous albums. I mean, that's just me, my personal opinion on that. But I'd say
Yeah.
a full, just like a normal album would be fine.
Okay. Okay. Well, maybe switch it again.
Greatest hits again.
I don't know if this is the greatest hits or not. I never listened to it. Maybe not. I don't know. It has a weird name. The other one I knew for sure was the greatest hits because it was called Super Hits. It was like
Okay.
Battlefield. Um, but now we got the Essential Journey.
Yeah, it's kind of like a greatest hits thing. It's like the songs that you like. If you're gonna listen to any Journey, these are the songs that you should listen to.
Okay. Um, all right. So doing it again, and we got the Police Ghost in the Machine remastered in 2003. That's another band I've never listened to an album. I know Roxanne and what's that other song they had that was pretty popular?
Every breath you take.
Well, that was Sting solo, wasn't it? Or is that
Oh, it was,
the Police? It might
it
have been
might
with the
have
Police.
been. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. I know that song too. But yeah,
Yeah,
I want to say there was one on. I want to say there was one on Guitar Hero. I can't remember how it went. Oh, that don't stand so close to me. Ain't that the Police?
I think so.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
I think that's the Police.
Every breath you take, Roxanne, don't stand so close to me. Da do 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 da 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 da.
I don't know if I heard that.
Every little thing she does is magic.
I think I've heard that.
Walking on the moon. There's quite a bit of stuff there. That's kind of weird because like you listen to like a lot of police, like you listen to like Police and Sting, and it's obviously because Sting was part of the whole thing, and it just seems like a lot of the music just kind of runs together between the two of them.
Yeah, kind of like John Fogerty and Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Yeah. Every little thing she does is magic. All right, awesome. All right, so there we go. Next week we've got Ghost in the Machine 2023 remaster by the Police. Awesome stuff. All right, let's get into the ring for the one fall. I think WWE may have hit their one fall this week. All right, so biggest topic coming into the end of this week, it was announced a couple days ago. WWE and ESPN/Disney have reached a deal for 2026 that all WWE PLEs will be available on ESPN's new streaming app. which is going to run $30 a month. Apparently, they didn't give any details about this at all outside of that until, I guess, yesterday.
They gave details. I thought they were doing like $15 an event.
No, it's $30 a month.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought when I saw it originally at the beginning of the week, I thought they said that it was gonna be like $15 an event or something, like they're looking to like $15 an event.
Oh, I don't know. Everything that I've seen is at 30.
Mm-hmm.
No, but
I mean, it's
so
about right though, 30.
Yeah.
Because if you to count NXT pay-per-views, and the main roster pay-per-view, that's $30 a month.
Yeah. Considering what we paid, WWE Network was what, $10 a month. Peacock with ads is $8 a month. So Peacock without the ads is what, like $15. So
and you get all the extra shit.
Yeah. Like for someone like me that doesn't watch sports, $30 a month is a lot just to watch pay-per-views.
Yeah.
So, but they're saying that if you are, this came out yesterday, if you're a subscriber for the following providers, you'll receive access to the WWE PLEs at no extra cost. So if you're DirecTV, Hulu Live, which is going away as a standalone thing, will be absorbed into Disney Plus. I think that's happening by the end of this year. Charter, which is I think the parent group for like Spectrum and other stuff like that. Fubo TV, Verizon Fios. It's being reported that if you subscribe to those, you won't have to pay any extra cost to access
the
ESPN app. Yeah, like freaking $300 a month just for cable, so and internet.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of that announcement. I think it's more the price, but it's just going to affect a lot of customers, like a lot of WWE's fan base. And my issue with this is WWE continuing to price out their fans. And that's what it is.
Yeah.
So you've already raised prices incredibly on like your ticket sales, your ticket pricing for your regular events like Raw and SmackDown, your PLEs. Like, just go to WrestleMania now is going to cost you, a couple grand between everything else. It's insane. I know we talked about that with when they dropped the pricing information, when the ticket prices dropped for WrestleMania. It's like it's just nuts. Like, you cannot price out your fan base. That's the problem. Well, they seem fairly confident that the hardcore WWE fan base will follow to ESPN and pay that $30 a month. But,
I mean, there's some that probably will, but I think where they're lacking, and it's kind of like, when we grew up, there's kids that didn't have cable, so their only time they get to watch wrestling was like on Saturdays. And they watch like the recap shows, and maybe they stayed over a friend's house or something until SmackDown came along. Then they had something to watch, but it's like they're like, you think about like a kid, that's in the wrestling, like, like yourself, like if your parents are not in wrestling, you think about a kid, like they can't go to their parents and be like, hey, Mom, guess what? I need a Netflix subscription. I need an ESPN subscription. I need a Peacock subscription, because they're still probably going to have, like, because I'm assuming they're still going to have the free play stuff somewhere. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Well,
old stuff.
the library, I guess, is still, there's nothing discussed about the back catalog or anything like that. The archive footage. As far as that goes, it's like on Peacock until next year. So that's when the deal runs out for Peacock. It's 2026. So where does that go?
And then to watch SmackDown,
At least for us.
You get to watch SmackDown in USA. You muted your mic by accident, I think.
Yeah, so like US subscribers are pretty much screwed. Whereas if you're international, everything's already moved over to Netflix. So my best advice would be to invest in a VPN if you want to avoid all those addictions.
There's also some sites you can use, but I don't want to say those out loud. So people can go and take them down. But that's how I will probably be watching illegally.
Yeah. I guess
It just I enjoyed watching it on my big TV. You know what I mean? Like now I have to like bust out the computer and make sure I'm up to date on my pop-up blockers and all that bullshit.
All that fun stuff. I will say, thankfully, my mother-in-law, who lives with us, refuses not to have cable. So I guess when this whole thing goes into place, and if that article is true, and you have cable service, you don't have to pay extra. So I'll see what happens on that.
I might borrow your login.
It's one of those things, man. To the point where like freaking AEW is less expensive now than WWE is, and at one point their ticket prices were higher.
Yeah, I mean their pay-per-views are still higher. They're like $50 for a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
If you break it down, it's probably still cheaper for $50 plus a Max subscription. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're looking, and eventually the pay-per-views end up on Max. It's not like the next day. Like after a while they show up on it. You're so far behind on stuff. So. Yeah, because Max is, I think, what am I paying, like 20 for Max? I think that was like the during the pandemic era when that hit, and it was like when movies were coming out, they, instead of going to the theater, they're going right to streaming. So we had the access for that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But yeah. So yeah, it's probably cheaper to be an AEW fan right by now. And they get good stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
they do.
They've been having pretty good show.
AEW has come such a long way. The short time that they've been around, just as far as like their talent, women's roster has like improved leaps and bounds over the last couple of years.
Yeah, I still see people complaining about storylines, but if you're complaining about storylines, you haven't been watching the last maybe 6 months to a year.
No.
Like they've gotten into the storylines.
They're running. Yeah, so we've got some pretty good stuff, like especially with everything with Tony Storm. That whole thing with Tony and Mariah May was probably some of the best work that AEW's done storyline wise since their inception. Hangman and Swerve was great, like the whole story surrounding the two of them. They still kind of keep like teasing it too between the two of them, like every now and then. And then they have some bad stories like the Death Rider stuff. So at least they're trying.
But WWE's had bad stories.
Yeah, like Katie Vick. whole bunch of bad stuff. So yeah. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Was like the biggest news thing this week. I didn't really see anything else that really jumped out as important as that was. Let's go ahead and get into some SummerSlam. So, all right. How'd you feel overall?
Overall,
two-night SummerSlam.
Overall, I enjoyed it. Like it was a good pay-per-view overall. Like if I include everything, like anything, there are some disappointments. Um, but I overall enjoyed the the show.
I thought it was good. I think I liked the first night a little more than the second night. I don't know. It just kind of not sure why, honestly. Just felt like there's. But the second night had some really good matches too. There's just.
Let me think about it for a second. Did I like the? I'm just trying to think of like my overall enjoyment. I'm not gonna lie. I think I would say I like the second night. I feel like the second night was a little bit more like action packed, like more my pace of wrestler. Now, night one definitely ended better in my opinion than night two.
Yeah. Oh my God. Can't wait to get into that. So, oh Jesus. So, it was such. The pay-per-view was so good. Like the second night was meh. Like as far as like the main events went. I was looking forward to Jacob and Solo. I thought it was good, but it wasn't what I was anticipating.
Yeah, it was good. To me, the main event was better than what I expected it to be.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we got face John Cena. And he had a good match. I won't say great, but he had a good, solid match. I enjoyed that match between him and Cody. And I'm not like, you want to go through like each thing one by one, like each match?
Yeah, we'll go through.
Okay.
Kick it back up here to night one. Night one kicked off with Roman and Jay taking on Team Bron. Roman and Jay picked up the win on that one, which I was kind of surprised on that one. I thought it was going to be Team Bron picking up the win.
You gotta give the fans what they want. I know a few people were surprised that they gave Jay the pinfall or whatever, but
yeah,
to me, I don't care. He's man van Jay, so.
That he is. I mean, and Jey Uso's been on a tear, so I mean, it makes sense. To me, it made sense to give him the pinfall or give him the win in that match. Like it's not gonna do anything for Roman for him to get the pin. So
Yeah, and to me, I feel like it was like a good strong opener.
Yeah,
for the show. It had a lot of star power in the first.
Absolutely.
First match.
Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss defeating the Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez, become the new women's tag team champions. I thought this match was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
It was.
Charlotte and Alexa work really well together as far as like a tag team goes. And I know they're teasing like some stuff like miscommunications between the two of them and everything else, and like Alexa Bliss going for the Sister Abigail DDT, and Charlotte was like posed up in the corner. Ends up kicking Raquel.
Mm.
And like thought for a second there, maybe Charlotte was going to retaliate, get some retaliation for the miscommunication earlier in the match, but the wanting to be a champion outweighed that more than giving Alexa a receipt for that.
They hugged it out on the post show.
Yeah. And they celebrated tonight with some cake that ended up in Chelsea Green's face.
Yeah, but I enjoyed the match, and I wasn't upset with the results or anything like that.
No, I kind of had a feeling they were going to win. That's actually who I picked was Charlotte and Alexa. You picked the Judgment Day. So, but I will say overall, between both nights, you got more right than I did.
Yeah.
I think I only got like 4 or 5. I think you got like 6 or 7. So, yeah, good stuff. Oh, what else? Sami Zayn, Karrion Kross. For night one, I thought this match was great. This was probably one of my favorites of the night. I was thought between the two of them, I thought it was put together well. They told the story they needed to tell. Sammy picks up the win, which was kind of surprising to me because I thought they were going to give Kross the win. But
Yeah, I don't think Cross's win match.
no. And it looks like coming out of SummerSlam, Kross's contract was set to expire. So that could be the reason maybe why he didn't get the win. But I don't know. Hopefully they keep him around. And if they don't, he needs to go somewhere where they're going to value him and actually use him to his potential. In my opinion. Tiffany retains against Jade Cargill. This match was better than what I was anticipating it to be. I know there's a couple slip-ups in there too, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was one of those things it's what I expected it to be. I knew it wasn't going to be the match of the night or anything like that. And I, in my heart of hearts, knew that Tiffany was going to win.
Yeah. A lot of people pissed that Jade didn't pick up the win.
Yeah,
A lot of people.
she's not there. To me, I don't think she's there yet. Like,
No.
there have been more people pissed off.
That's just crazy. Like getting pissed off over something like that when there's other things to be pissed off about. I think Jade still had a great match with Tiffany. So.
Yeah.
She'll get her title shot. Or get her title run, I should say. Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul defeating Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. Surprisingly, thought Orton and Jelly Roll would have picked up the win on this one because they never usually don't have a celebrity lose.
Yeah. No, I'm glad. This is probably like the worst match of the night.
Yeah.
Jelly Roll did not look good at all.
Mm-mm.
At all. Especially, when he's about to get jumped on because he tense up and lay there like he was the Undertaker and prepare himself to take the bump.
Yeah.
It was this bad, like god awful bad. And that's probably why I like night 2 more than I like night 1.
Yeah. I will give him credit. Well, he did put in the work. I will say that. As far as what everyone was saying, being in the performance center, I'll give him credit. Like he didn't look.
Anybody can exercise. Like he basically went to the gym. Like I don't give him any credit. Fuck him. I don't want to see him again.
It could have been worse. It could have been Snooki.
Hey, at least she had a nice ass.
That is true. I'll give you that one. Yeah, that definitely. I would have rather seen like a triple threat between McIntyre, Logan, and Orton than
Yeah. Or a handicap match. Like go further.
and now we're getting Cody and Cena taking on Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre in SmackDown tonight. Awesome. All right. And probably it's probably my favorite match of night one. CM Punk taking on Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship.
The match was like a fucking wrestling clinic.
Yep.
Um,
Unless you talk to
I
Dave Alvarez and fucking Meltzer.
yeah, I don't know. I think somebody said too that Cornette liked the match, but he complained about it being too long. I just totally disagree. It was just the right length. Because like you go back to storytelling, so the storytelling like you had Punk totally get his ass kicked,
Absolutely.
and then by the
Dominated the
hair of
majority
his
of that match.
by the hair of his teeth, pull out a victory.
Yep.
And then as he's fucking this there, just put everything on the line. Uh, you had Seth Rollins come out, and he had the brace on, so you're just like, oh yeah, he's here, just to remind him that he has the title.
Yep.
And he turns around and drops the crutches, and fucking crowd goes
Brace
ape
off.
shit. Takes the
It's
brace off and runs down to the fucking ring. uh, and then Punk, end up being champion in a shorter time than Drew McIntyre was. So
yeah.
um, so it was good.
It was good.
I'm looking forward to their match because they're gonna have a match now.
Oh,
The
absolutely.
title.
Absolutely.
This is kind of where I wanted to be at. Uh, going into SummerSlam, so the whole John Cena shit. Uh, I'm glad we're getting there now. And so I was optimistic for the future with that cash in.
Oh my god. So like the freaking outburst of like it was 50-50, like down the middle. Like people absolutely loved it and then people absolutely hated it. Personally, I'm on the side that loved it because this, in the time of social media where kayfabe is all but dead, there's nothing that professional wrestlers can get away with as far as when it comes to like a storyline injury, anything like that. It's well, so and so was just out, walking their dog. They're supposed to have, a gimp leg. That takes me back to like ECW where Sandman got blinded
Mm-hmm.
and he lived that shit like every day for that whole storyline with him being blind. Like he worked that gimmick everywhere he went outside of his house. Any place that was in public, he acted like he was blind. And it's just like one of those things where you're watching social media and you're seeing Seth Rollins make these appearances and stuff, and he's legit going to freaking the doctor to get shit looked at, and they're running tests on him, and they're doing all this other shit. And then you got like Becky with her social media doing the same thing, like filming him, on the crutches and, with his busted up knee, trying to play with his daughter. And to have him come back and do all that and pop that brace off, drop those crutches and hit the ring and cash in that Money in Bank was a stroke of genius. And I guarantee you, Paul Heyman had something to do with it. This has Paul Heyman written all over it. There's no doubt in my mind. So,
Yeah.
Freaking amazing.
Yeah, it was.
That was freaking awesome. So, yeah. Night one definitely ended on a high note. Started off pretty good. Kind of maintained a little bit throughout the rest of the night. There were a couple, probably like the biggest slump in there was probably the tag match with McIntyre and Logan Paul, Randy Orton, and Jelly Roll. And then Punk and Gunther were able to bring it in, and then Seth and his cash and just completely threw it over the top there. Awesome stuff. Night two kicked off with the Women's World Championship triple threat match. Naomi retains against Rhea Ripley and Io Sky in a great freaking matchup.
I was kind of nervous because her dad came out and played guitar. I was like,
Yeah.
man, she's got the fucking entrance. She's gonna
It's
lose.
It's not AEW though.
Yeah. But
No, it's right there. I was like, who's that? Like, who's playing guitar? And they're like, oh, it's Naomi's. And then they start, saying, Naomi's father, who's, been a part of all these bands and all this other stuff. I was like, oh, well, that's awesome.
didn't know that. Didn't know that, right?
Yeah. It was pretty cool to see him come out there and have that type of moment with his daughter on on a big stage like SummerSlam. So that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
But the match overall, it's freaking amazing with the three of them. And like you still got the Naomi haters out there talking shit about how she doesn't deserve to be in that match or doesn't deserve to be in that position. But if you're
She held her own.
that's what I'm saying. If you're still in that mindset coming out of this matchup with the three of them, then you seriously have something wrong with your head, because that was amazing.
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
We're not bandwagon. We've been singing Naomi's praises for quite a while. So
yeah,
it's literally the best work that she's done in her career right now. It's freaking awesome. What else we have? The 6-pack tables, ladders, and chairs match for the WWE Tag Team Championship. The Wyatt Six retained over Andrade and Rey Fenix. DIY, Fraxium, Motor City Machine Guns, and the Street Profits. Candice LeRae almost died. But it was a great TLC match. We had the Hardys and the Dudleys in attendance watching the match as well. I guess the Hardys, from what Matt Hardy was saying on his social media or his podcast, it was a last minute call. They're on their way to the airport from doing an appearance that they had from, I think it was WrestleCon, and they WWE called them and invited them to the show to watch the TLC match. So, yeah, this match is great. There's with that many people, I was kind of like, it's gonna be a lot of people, a lot of bodies in that matchup, but they pulled it off. They did a great job.
Yeah.
What else? Becky retains against Lyra with some unintentional interference from Bayley. This one was probably the low point for me for the night, for night two.
Yeah, it was okay. I didn't really care to see it again, but we got it. So what can you do? I'm glad Becky got the win though.
Yeah, so we can move Lyra on to something else, but doubtful, because we'll probably get a Becky and Bayley for the title, and Lyra will probably cost Bayley the title, just like she inadvertently cost Lyra the title. I can see it happening. Then we go to a steel cage match for the United States Championship. Solo Sikoa retaining against Jacob Fatu with a whole shitload of interference from the MFTs throughout the finale of that matchup. But Jacob fought him off pretty well. Jimmy came out and tried to help out a little bit too, but he got taken out. I guess I was anticipating more for this matchup. I just kind of felt like there's maybe something missing from it.
Yeah. I mean, it was okay. Was it the best cage match ever? No.
No,
But I felt like it was decent.
I mean it helped do what it was meant to do, which was further this whole thing between Jacob, Jimmy, and Solo, and his MFT group. So that was the main purpose of it, and it did that.
Yeah.
Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship is probably my favorite match for night 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
This was mine. Kind of old school. This is what I call wrestling.
20 years since the ladder match between Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio for custody of Dominic for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Dom came out rocking the same colors that his dad wore during that matchup. AJ Styles came out with the lowrider and the Eddie Guerrero style tights, which is pretty awesome. I was kind of surprised with that one. Seeing AJ kind of lean away from what he usually wears, but it was pretty awesome. Like the whole back and forth between them was great. And of course, the greatest Mysterio alive retains the Intercontinental Championship
By loosening his boots.
to loosen up the boot.
Yeah, it was good. I really enjoyed it.
So this was a good match. I'm telling you, man, if you people are still sleeping on Dirty Dom, like, you pay attention, because when he's outside, like, he's actually wrestling on his own. And like these matches with like AJ Styles or that match he had with Octagon Jr., like, Dom can go. Like Dom has improved so much since he debuted on WWE TV during the COVID era. Like, Dom is phenomenal.
Yeah.
All right. That brings us into the main event for night 2. Cody Rhodes defeats John Cena and becomes the new undisputed WWE champion. We got face John Cena back for all intents and purposes of the return of Brock Lesnar, which I really could care less about. So. May have lost Carl, but yeah, the whole thing of Brock Lesnar, it's not. You got two different stories going around on why he's back. It's because Cena requested the match with him, and then Cena saying, I just play the cards at the deal me type of thing. But apparently Lesnar has been cleared legally to return to the ring with the lawsuit going on between Vince McMahon and Janelle Grant, with Lesnar being named in that lawsuit. So that's some of the problem right there. And some of those the text messages that came out between him and Vince and all the other stuff. Like, I understand you're looking at John Cena's last year, and you're trying to get all the greatest hits in, and Brock Lesnar is one of those major feuds that Cena had that they have the availability to do. Whereas, one of the other ones, unfortunately, we can't get Edge and Cena since Edge is signed under AEW. But I'm sure if they had, the availability or the ability to get Cope to come back to WWE for one last run with Cena, I'm sure that would happen. But unfortunately, we got Lesnar. Just not a fan. Not a fan at all.
Yeah, can you come back?
Yeah, I hear you a little bit. You're bouncing in and out, but
Sorry, my internet's acting up. What was he saying?
Talking about Brock and the reasons why he was back. And, yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm by no means a Brock Lesnar fan. Um, am I excited he's back? Not really. But I don't mind it. Like I'm not as like opposed to it as like a lot of people are. The whole like John Cena thing. This is kind of like what I ideal his retirement tour to be instead of him being fucking champion and main eventing like dumb bullshit
Yeah.
ass matches. Him a mid card match with like Brock Lesnar is fine by me. Um, as long as they're not the main event, like could give two shits. It coming at the end of a pay per view, with you already having Cody and Cena having their moment, to me kind of didn't make sense. Like
Yeah.
if that was the ending you want, you should have did that night one and had night two be the ending for.
Like
I mean, night
that.
one be
Yep.
the ending for night two. That would have got what people way more excited because like I didn't give a shit that Brock came back. I wasn't like, oh shit, it's Brock. He's gonna take on
I was
Cena. It's
sitting
like,
there.
oh my two least favorite wrestlers are gonna wrestle at the next pay per view.
I was sitting there watching this and I hear Brock's music. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, really?
Yeah.
Well, I was
it's one of
saying,
those things,
oh, go ahead.
I was just saying I don't mind, but to me this wasn't the moment that they thought it was.
Yeah. So what I was saying, while you're getting your internet situation figured out there, I was like, it's Cena's last year, so of course they're trying to relive, some of Cena's greatest hits. Obviously we've had Cena and Orton. We had like a little bit with Cena and Drew. So they didn't really have that big of a feud though, but
No,
of course, like you can't go like if you have the capability or the ability to bring back Brock Lesnar for this last run with Cena, why would you not? Like Lesnar and Cena was a pretty big feud, especially for Cena. The only thing that we haven't gotten though was AJ Styles and John Cena, and we better get something with them before the end of the year.
No, I don't care about that.
I need
the
AJ Styles to beat up John Cena.
I mean, I guess, but
So-
I don't know if you touched on it, but I heard that Brock Lesnar was back on the request of Cena because Cena wanted to wrestle him.
That's what Triple H had said, and then Cena had come out and said, "Hey, like they deal the cards, I just play them." So it's kind of like he said type thing between the two of them, like as to what the real reason he's actually back is. So, and I'm sure it's got something to do because they think he's going to draw money with him and Cena. Which there's no
And
doubt
it-
that they probably will, because it's John Cena and Brock Lesnar, and they have their legions of fans that will follow them and throw money out
and
there.
then he has ties with TKO and UFC. So
Yeah. Oh, man. I don't know. Overall, like you said, I think the cash in was the bigger moment, and like I agree that should have been the main event for night 2, and let people go into, because that would have carried over your momentum to Monday Night Raw as opposed to John Cena and Cody Rhodes. Because you're like,
yeah,
oh shit, Seth Rollins is back. Like, is Rollins going to open the show Monday? Like, what's going to happen with this? Like, is Punk going to be there? So, like, what's going to happen with Rollins and
yeah.
Punk going forward? So,
Or just not had that Brock return. That would have
yeah,
been a better end. Like, I don't
they're
see
trying to
the.
they're trying to go big with it, and that's what they did. Oh, Lord. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I've got for the week. SummerSlam pretty much took up a big chunk of the wrestling week. Trying to think if there's anything really noteworthy for AEW this week, which I don't think there was. Yeah, nothing I can think of that was like really like big from Thursday night or Wednesday night. Raw, the main event with Rollins and LA Knight was pretty good. Obviously, you had a lot of outside interference from Team Braun, but other than that, it wasn't bad. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and hop over to Deal, which is no surprise because I told y'all last week what we were doing this week. So let's get into that. And of course, that is the Elite Series 118. First time in the line, Jacob Fatu. I'm psyched for this one. This on pre-order the Amazon with Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. This one kept selling out, so I had to wait for like 3 restocks for it to finally get shipped to me. One thing I will say, I think his torso was a little small. I think he can do it a little bit bigger. Box. Bam. Right. Well, if I was like, he's got styrofoam on his head. He's trying to brush it off, but it's the braids in his hair. So really good likeness on that face sculpt. Because the Simone werewolf shirt, real basic, tight designs on there, but it's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Shirt comes off. My tattoo he's got on here is one across his chest there, which is just text, so that's kind of hard to screw up. So yeah, great figure. Glad I was able to get this.
Yeah.
Go on the shelf somewhere. Kind of debating on getting the solo from that line, that series too. It would kind of make sense to get it, but I just don't like the suit and the gloves thing looking like the Weekend.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. And it's got extra hands and shit too. So, all right. So there we go. That is the Elite Figure of the Week. Jacob Fatu.
Fatu.
All right, Carl, you ready?
Time to play the game. Time to play
Guess the wrestler. This one is, I forgot to put the subtext on there. What is Guest Wrestler Tattoo Edition?
Tattoo edition.
Tattoo. So I've got some pictures of wrestlers' tattoos. Maybe like one tattoo or like, big piece of their tattoo. To see if you can guess who they are based off of that tattoo.
All right.
It's gonna be fun. All right, and there's the first one.
What the hell? That was gonna be easy. You hit me with this shit.
What do you think I was gonna give you, like Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Or like The Rock. Like I was like expecting like the Brahma Bull or something. I don't know. Like if we did the Samoans, it'd be hard because I'll be like wouldn't know
The
like
Tribals.
who was who. Yeah. With this one, it's kind of hard to tell because I can't see the thing. I'm gonna guess and say Aleister Black.
It's very close. Very close. He was a tag team partner of Aleister Black.
Who is it?
It is Brody King.
Brody King. Okay.
Brody King. Super close on that one. All right. I think if this next one's what I think it is, it might be a little easier. Maybe.
It's like when I say they don't pay attention to people's tattoos like that. Was that Bray Wyatt?
That is not Bray Wyatt. It is give you a couple hints. It is a female, and she is a Hall of
Female.
Famer. Yes.
Female Hall of Famer? And how's that?
Yep.
Luna Vachon?
No.
Um, Trying to think of, does like Beth Phoenix or somebody have a tattoo like
No.
that? That's what I got. I've never seen this tattoo before. Um, um, I don't know, man. Did like Stacy Keibler get some tattoos?
No. When she was wrestling, she only had, this was the only visible tattoo that she had. The other one was inside of her lip that said Punk, and it is Lita.
Yeah, I mean, I like Lita, but I couldn't remember her tattoos.
Like you weren't staring at
Like
her
I said,
tattoos.
yeah, I was trying to catch that well tail.
Yeah. All right, here's the next one. This one's kind of, it was kind of hard to get some of these.
Did they go over or something?
Huh?
Like it's cover, like it's like a cover up of another
Oh,
tattoo.
I hit the wrong button. I'll give you that one. Aleister Black.
I guess I'm gonna guess Aleister Black. Gotta get it right.
Ding ding.
I was gonna go Aleister Black or CM Punk because they look like it's a cover up of something. Like I know they get out like a shit ton of tattoos. So I was like,
all right, there's the next one, and I'm taking my hand away from the keyboard.
that is Shawn Michaels.
No.
Not Shawn Michaels.
Nope.
Uh,
It is a male wrestler. He is a Hall of Famer.
Minion?
Who?
Midian?
Midian's fine.
Or is that a Hall of Famer?
Oh, he get
What
inducted
the
as Phineas or Naked Midian.
I said I'm tripping. You said it wasn't Shawn Michaels.
That is not Shawn Michaels.
I'll say, I'm gonna say Big Papa Pump.
It is Big Papa Pump. This is a chest tattoo. Early chest tattoo before he added the rest of it. All right. There's the next one.
That is CM Punk.
That is not CM Punk.
Trying to think of somebody that would have a dragon.
It's the same era, Ruthless Aggression era.
No, brass also band. Um, is it Batista?
It is Batista. I was gonna go with this belly button tattoo, but it's
I couldn't. I'm trying to remember. Like I remember him having a back tattoo, and I was like, I can't remember what it was though. Like it could have been a dragon, and so I decided to go with Batista.
all right. Last one.
And it's not Sting.
It is not Sting. Oh,
Darby
Scorpion,
Allin?
you think it'd be Sting. It is not Darby.
Who would get a scorpion tattoo?
I don't know, but they have two
Wrestler.
of them.
They got two of them.
Mm-hmm. Yep. One on each side.
If they got two, I'm gonna say Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley. All right. That was the last one. All right. Finally got one on you.
Is she a fan of Sting?
No, she just got the scorpion tattoos or whatever
Like
reason.
Scorpion.
Yeah.
I guess she's from Australia, so
Yeah.
but they got scorpions.
Yeah, she just got the tattoos. All right. So there we
That's
go.
why I went with like Darby Allin. I was like maybe he got
All right. No Holds Barred. It's brought to you by our Redbubble store. Check out redbubble.com/people/WrestleGettingPod and buy some of our stuff. Oh, shit. I typed in the wrong web address. We got anything going on? It's back to school coming up, so there should be no, you buy 3 tees, you get 15% off. So there you go. Buy 3 t-shirts, you get 15% off. All right, awesome stuff this week. Kind of mentioned it at the top of the show. Dean Cain voluntarily joins ICE. I think he's lost the plot of Superman. It officially makes him the worst Superman ever.
yeah. I don't see why anybody would want to join ICE. I mean, I guess they do have that bonus or whatever.
I mean, is he that hard up that he needs that $50,000 bonus?
I mean,
I know he's probably not making that
well,
much off of those Hallmark movies or Lifetime, whatever channel.
thing is, yeah, I haven't seen him in anything in a while, so yeah, $50,000 might sound nice to him.
I'm sure it does. Well, my whole thing with this though too is he's Japanese. His father, being a Japanese American during the time of World War II, as a young man, was put into Japanese internment camps. And basically, you've just said what this country did to my dad was okay. So it's cool that we go do it to the Hispanic population.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just,
That's all.
I don't want to get too political on
Yeah.
the podcast, but I just don't see how somebody would want to do that. You know what I mean? Like,
At least somebody with morals or claims to be a Christian. That's my thing with this. But
yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, when people are like, yeah, they're gonna get the criminals and all this, it's like, yeah, if you're out there arresting criminals, but you're not, you're
no,
getting people that are productive members of society. So,
getting people at courthouses showing up for their court dates, or showing up for their
job.
like their jobs or their immigration stuff. Like, it's freaking ridiculous.
Yeah.
But anyway, just wanted to kind of bring that up a little bit because it's been a hot topic this week. So, got a couple movies that have hit streaming this week, specifically HBO Max. One of them is Death of a Unicorn with Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega, which that's on my watch list. That looks really good. And what's the other one?
It's like something.
Final
like,
Destination Bloodlines
uh,
just popped on HBO Max this week too. So those are both definitely on my watch list. And new season of Wednesday just came out. Well, half of it.
you get your Wendy's meal,
No.
your unhappy meal.
Unhappy meal. So a lot of stuff out there for us horror fans to kind of get us salivating for the spooky season.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a Max subscription right now, so
Trying to think if there's something.
NFL preseason started. I know you're excited.
Super excited. NFL preseason, baby. Oh, man.
Well, there was something else I saw Greensboro got a Whataburger or whatever. And
Greensboro got a Whataburger?
I guess it was, yeah, and it was so busy that it made Raleigh news.
Wow.
They had to shut the street down for it or something. They're giving out free food.
Yeah, Whataburger Greensboro open 24 hours. The one in Charlotte is temporarily closed.
Wouldn't they have like a salmonella or something?
Yeah.
Hepatitis outbreak or something. I heard there's supposed to be another one coming sometime too, but I don't know how close it's going to get. I think they're building another one. And then I'm still waiting for them to open up Bucky's.
Yeah,
Everybody
that's
keeps
going out.
talking about Bucky's.
Mebane.
Mevin, yeah. Wawa, they have Wawa and Wilson and Goldsboro.
Oh, really?
Or, yeah, Goldsboro. Yeah, yeah. Wilson
Uh,
has Wawa.
Bucky's looks like it'll be opening in late 2026 or early 2027.
Mm. So they get a year to wait for their brisket.
Yeah. I just want a freaking Sheets closer to my house. They keep building
Sheets. I
freaking
got
gas
one close to my
stations.
house.
Well, I know you do.
I got
I
one,
stop at that one.
yeah, but I don't ever go to it except to
I
get free
stop
air.
there when I go to that. When I do the Lowe's down the street from your house, I stop at that Sheets.
Yeah, I
Yeah, they
never been a Sheets again.
they have like built like 4 new gas stations just on Highway 55 by my house, and not a single one of them was at Sheets. I was like, come
What'd
on,
you get?
it's like stupid shit,
Some
like
some
a
of them.
BP, like a family fair or something else. So
I
yeah,
saw there's like one called like Royal Farms, and on their sign it says like famous fried chicken, but I haven't stopped this soon. But
yeah,
they're out
Royal Farms.
east.
I've seen those like when you get further up to closer to Virginia.
Hmm.
So um, those aren't too bad. I haven't really gotten any food from there, but like I like the food from Sheets.
Yeah, I haven't
As
tried
far as
any of the foods from Sheets.
gas station foods goes, Sheets is one of the better ones. Sheets freaks, baby. Oh, what else is going on in the world today?
Trying to think if there's anything else I saw or
Trying to remember if I don't know if I mentioned it last week, but WWE 2K25, the first DLC pack that they released, was supposed to have Travis Scott in there as the surprise celebrity. But due to his falling out, they're replacing him with El Grande Americano.
okay. I'd rather have him than your Valley Roll.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think if there's anything else going on. Like, the new Spider-Man movie just started filming this week.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, goes wherever Spider-Man.
Oh, I missed that one. Brian
What is it?
Wilson. Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys passed away. That was like earlier in June. Wow.
Wouldn't it be nice if we were older? Then we all could die.
Oh, that's the other thing that popped out. Disney and Lucasfilm settled their lawsuit with Gina Carano over her firing off the Mandalorian. So she took a settlement for that, and Disney released a general statement that they're looking forward to find some way to fit her back into upcoming projects. I thought she was good in The Mandalorian. I liked her.
I didn't
Then she,
finish it. I kind of started.
Yeah. Yeah, she was mainly in the first season, and I think a little bit in the second season, if I remember correctly. I liked her character. I thought she did a really good job as that character. I don't know why I can't remember what the hell her name was. Somebody's gonna be like, "Yeah, it's so and so."
Bret Hart.
Bill Goldberg. That's crazy. Okay. I don't know. That's pretty much all I can find. I don't think there's really too much else going on. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have anything else. Hold on. You got anything else?
No, think of off the top of my head.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess that is going to do it for us this week then. So, thank you guys for checking us out. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. All right. We'll be back with you next week to talk some more wrestling. Maybe there'll actually be something more to talk about. I don't know. Find out. I don't know. Wrestling's pretty cool. On behalf of myself, Chris the Heat Matthews, and the Tennessee Jesus Carl Crossland, we'll chat with you guys next week. Later, Marcus.
Later.